There's this part of the process that doesn't get talked about very much. Not the beginning, beginnings get a lot of attention. And not the outcome either. That part is easy to point to once you're there. I'm talking about the middle, the stretch after you've already started, but before anything really makes sense yet. This is usually when doubt shows up. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because the adrenaline of starting has worn off and the reassurance of results hasn't arrived yet. You're no longer standing at the edge of imagining what could happen. You're in it. And being in it is quieter, less exciting, less obvious. This is the part that can feel awkward in a way that's hard to explain. You're not lost, but you're not confident either. You're doing the thing, but you don't quite know if you're doing it well. There's nothing to celebrate yet, nothing to correct dramatically, just this ongoing, slightly uncomfortable presence with what you've chosen. And that's usually when the questions creep in. Did I start too soon? Am I doing this the right way? Shouldn't this feel clearer by now? And what's tricky is that doubt here doesn't feel loud or panicked. It feels reasonable. It sounds like logic, like self awareness, like you're just being thoughtful. But often it's not a signal to stop, it's a signal that you've left the familiar. The beginning is full of imagination, the middle is full of reality. And reality doesn't give you constant feedback. It asks you to stay without the reassurance. This liminal stage, this in between, can feel strangely lonely. You can't really explain to people who aren't in it. And you don't always want to because it's not dramatic enough to justify concern. It's just tender, unfinished. So instead of asking whether you're ready or whether you chose the right thing, it might be gentler to ask something else. Can I stay with this version of the process even without clarity? Can I let this be awkward without turning it into a problem? Because doubt doesn't always mean you're off track. Sometimes it means you're no longer operating on autopilot. You're paying attention. You're engaged. You're actually present inside what you started. The middle asks for a different kind of strength, not urgency, not even confidence, but steadiness. A willingness to keep showing up without constantly reassessing your worth or your direction. You don't need to redecide everything just because it feels uncomfortable. And you don't need to abandon what you began just because the novelty has faded. Sometimes staying is the work. Let these affirmations settle in for a moment. I don't need certainty to continue. It's okay if this part feels unclear. Doubt doesn't mean I failed. I can stay with what I started one day at a time. And lastly, this middle moment matters too. Now take a moment to pause right here, right in the middle, without rushing to make it something else. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.